recycle back into your pipes. Oh, y'all didn't know that? But yet you're going to drink that water out the hydrant. See, I ain't drinking that water out the hydrant in over 9 years. I'm a bottled water drinker. Y'all ain't here. All the pollutants in the water, and you drink it and wonder why you sick and you can't get healed, and all these infirmities rise up in your body. Is the water, and water is life. And that's the most essential drink that we should drink on earth is water. So we need to drink pure water.
White.
Now just the thought of it, you know, somebody flubbed their toilet, somebody took a bath.
He's Korean. I'm not sure what he
People with AIDS or AIDS.
But that's what's going on.
All kinds of diseases, and then they let the water out, go down the drain, and then it goes to a plant, process the plant, recycle plant, they put all kinds of chemicals in it, but they don't take all the viruses and stuff out of the water. All of it can be eliminated, and that stuff comes right back through the pipe after they clean it up and get the color out of it, get all them black-looking colors out of the water, clean it up and purify it a little bit, so send through some carbon, and send it back through the pipe, and here you drinking somebody else's waste. Trying to tell you, I'm trying to wake you up. Drink bottled water. You know the best water to drink? Distilled. You know why? Because it's been boiled. Distilled water goes through a boiling process. It boils out most of all the contaminants, lead, and chlorine, and all the stuff that boils. They boil it out, and that's the best water to drink. I've been drinking that for over 9 years. Distilled water. I got a distiller I'm going to buy. It's over $300-something. It's a distiller. You can distill your own water. Put water in there, and it goes through copper pipes and through lead, through a filter, and then through some carbon, and it comes out pure distilled water. You can use tap water, and it takes out at least about 23 or almost 30 pollutants and viruses. So see, a lot of these things we need to know. But black people, we're so caught up in this tradition of the European thought. And we do everything he tells us to do. We buy where he tells us to buy. Everybody that celebrated Christmas, you did something that he told you to do. Everybody went and bought presents, gave to others, you did what he calculated you would do. You spend money and bought stuff you couldn't afford to give to somebody you don't like. Hello? Use your credit card. Maxed it out, too, just to impress somebody with a gift. Look at here. You can give me a gift in July. Why you gotta wait till December? Why can't you give me something, you know, before Christmas? Why it gotta be a holiday? See, we just need to stop buying into that. But I heard on the news, they ran a little report, and they said Christmas buying was down this year. And they said it's been declining for the last 3 years. And I said, good. People are waking up and they stop spending their money with those merchants that don't have your best interest at heart, and they just want to balance their books at the end of the year and make money off of you. I ain't going to give them the pledge. I didn't buy my wife nothing. I didn't buy nobody nothing. And I'm glad you didn't buy me nothing, because I wasn't going to buy you nothing. But if you did buy me something, give it here. Ain't God good? But see, I ain't into all of that. See, down through the years since I've been teaching, y'all know about all these holidays, where they come from. And I gave you the root of where all these traditional holidays come from and why. And it's a waste of time. I said it's a waste of time and money. And they even said Easter is down. People don't buy like they used to on Easter, and Easter is most of a clothes buying day, where you buy a lot of clothes. And Easter bunnies and baskets and stuff, they say even that's down. So people are waking up, ain't they? Something's changing. And people ain't going to be fools like they used to. They ain't going to be ignorant concerning your devices, what you doing to them. Are y'all here? Now, everywhere I go, people say, you sure look good. I said, well, I feel good, too. One young man asked me how old I was. I said, I'm 19. Yeah. You ain't 19. I said, well, I feel like I'm 19. And if I feel like I'm 19, then I want to be 19. It's a psychological reason why I say I'm 19. See? See, they can tell you that. See, it's mind over matter. See, this mind controls this body. And see, if you think that when you hit 50 or 60 and you over the hill and they lock you into certain beliefs, that, well, when you hit this certain age, you start graying and you start getting old, getting rheumatism and arthritis, and you go through menopause and all this junk. This is just propaganda that you bought into. And if you don't buy into all that mess, then you won't get old. Age is just a number. It's not a reality. Age is a number. My daughter asked me yesterday, said, Daddy, how old are you? I told her I'm ageless. I said, my body may be a certain age, but my spirit on the inside is ageless. And I said, you are ageless too. You may be 10, but you're ageless. You've been here forever. And you will always be here. Now, what you talking about, preacher? I'm talking about when you die, you don't die. You just change. You ever seen a cocoon, a caterpillar go and make a cocoon, and then a little later he comes out a butterfly? That's the transition we go through. This body is just a shell. This is just a temporary dwelling place. So this body is going to decay and die, but that's on the inside going to live on. Y'all ain't here. And it's going to be your choice whether you want to come back and be in this flesh again to another life we call reincarnation. All getting quiet. See, they don't teach that in church. They teach Jesus all the way now. You can't get to heaven if you don't come to Jesus. Y'all ain't here. Some folks don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Because you ain't been around enough. You don't know where I'm coming from. But I ain't got time to explain it. Let me wrap this thing up. Now, if I do remember or I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. Now, we outsmarted the slave master many times during slavery. And they couldn't understand why we were so smart and cunning. Y'all ain't here. But we've lost our cunning. Huh? And if I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. And that's where a lot of black people's tongues is cleaving. To the roof of their mouth. They ain't saying nothing. Because they're scared. And you know what black people scared of? Losing their stuff. Yeah. We're all to get this stuff. Lost stuff. And all that God stuff. Even your thing is God. They have sung, it's your thing. Do what you want to do. It ain't your thing. God gave you that thing. And God's supposed to tell you who to sock it to. How many know what I'm talking about? It ain't your thing. Nothing you got belongs to you. It all belongs to God. And once we acknowledge God in all our ways, the Bible says He will direct our pathway. Ain't that right? So let's stop thinking that everything we got is ours. God gives these things to you on a temporary basis. But
yeah, Brother Young came into the store.
My car, my house, no. It ain't your car until you make the last payment. And you get that title, the original title. It ain't your house until you make the last payment and you get that deed and you burn the mortgage. Y'all ain't here. That's when it becomes your house. See, a lot of us, we get wrapped up with these things that we can't do God's will because we're busy trying to accumulate things. Now, I know I got a lot of junk in my house I need to get rid of. I'm going to tell you the truth. And you have too. I got a lot of stuff, in the garage I know I need to get rid of. And I got a lot of junk in the storage I need to get rid of. Some of us, one day we might need it. You say that for 20 years. One day I might need it. Another 20 years will pass. One day I might need this. But it's just sitting there. Are y'all here? But a lot of us get so attached to materialism that we can't see God and we can't can't work for God and we can't do God's will because we're so preoccupied working on a job, trying to make some more money so we can buy some more things. And pack them up in a corner somewhere. We use it for a little while, then we put it up, and sometimes years pass and we forgot we got. I don't know I had that. I bought nothing over here. I know I had this. I wouldn't have bought nothing. See, you got so much stuff, you don't even know what you got. See, we need to be preoccupied with getting our soul together. Working out our soul salvation. Developing ourselves spiritually and mentally. And becoming God again. Because we've been dethroned. And the genocide of a nation has taken place. Now, some of y'all don't know the atrocities of slavery. Amistad just covered 2 hours. But you know, slavery didn't go on for a year. It didn't go on for 2 years. It didn't go on for 10 years or 20 years. Slavery went on for over 400 years. And during the middle passes, a lot of you understand this. They had little bitty chains like that for babies. Because they found them at the bottom of the sea. Little bitty chains shackled to little bitty babies that were in slavery. And they were yoked together, arm to arm, foot to foot, and had yokes around the neck in the hulls of ships, and they used the bathroom on themselves. And many times they would gnaw their arm or wrist to get the chains off there and cut into their skin. And the fumes and the gases were deplorable. Down in there was no air. And they had little rations of water. And maybe a little rice on a 2 or 3 week journey to America. And they had sharks that followed the ships because they knew the dead cargo was going to be thrown overboard. So a school of sharks followed every one of the slave ships from Africa to the America or to the Jamaicas, wherever they were brought in to be broken. And they would throw dead African bodies over into the water, and the sharks would eat them. And they would throw the dead babies into the water, and the sharks would eat them. They would throw the women into the water, and the sharks would eat them. And this didn't go on for a year. This went on for almost 300 to 400 years. And if the sea could talk of all the dead bodies that were thrown in there in the middle passage, they said we lost over 200 million in the middle passage. Not alone counting the millions of souls that were beaten and killed unmercifully during slavery. I get you thinking. See, black folks don't like to hear it. That's why a lot of black folks don't go to see Armstrong, because it brings back a lot of memories that you don't want to deal with. But you have to deal with it. You have to bring this to reality and know that we have a Holocaust that has never, ever been told. And no Steven Spielberg or nobody could tell it like we could tell it. Steven Spielberg is a white boy, and all he's thinking about is money. He's thinking about how much money he's going to get from return off this movie. Now, Debbie Allen, she just wanted to get it out there because she's been on this for about 14 years. She wanted to get some form of our history out there, the truth. But still yet, they didn't document the whole truth. The whole truth wasn't told in that film. You talk about Hitler killing Jews, 6 million. You can compare 6 million to over 200 million and maybe another 300 million doing slavery for 300 years. And America don't want to pay. America don't want to admit that we've been done wrong. Every time slavery or reparation come up, white folk get all irritated. You know, say, that was in the past, that was our forefathers. But yet you benefited from what your forefathers gained through slavery. And the commodity was slaves and molasses. And they got rich. They built plantations. And we did all the cotton picking. We did all the cooking. We did all the building. We did all the things that they didn't want to do, but yet didn't get paid for. Now, I think reparations is due. But remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, rise, or raise it, even the foundation thereof. Now it's time for us to raise the foundation. Just the foundation here. We got to raise our consciousness. Now, I know that we don't need to get stuck in slavery, but you don't forget it. Don't get stuck in history, but don't you ever forget it. Like the Jews tell their people, never again will they go through a Holocaust like they went through. Black people need to say, never again will we go through a slave thing. And if we allow it, then it will happen again. Because in some foreign countries, slavery is still in effect. There are people on plantations working like they did in the 1800s for no pay. And they're bound and yoked on plantations and can't get away. I'm talking about in 1997, today. And they would love to bring colonialism and slavery back to America because they feel our place is out in the field, working for them, making them rich. But they fear us. They fear our rights. They fear that young black children are going to stop taking their drugs. See, that's a multi-trillion-dollar business. The Contras and the government, the CIA, the FBI, and all the intelligence agencies are putting drugs in our communities for their profit. President Reagan, President Bush, and even President Clinton is a part of the drugs coming in here. They know it. They knew drugs were coming in here, and they were distributing them among our communities. And they still doing it today. But see, there's going to come a time when young folk going to look at the drugs and say, I don't need that stuff. They're going to hand the young people marijuana. I don't need no marijuana. I'm high already. Y'all ain't here. They're going to hand you some Nike. I don't need no Nike shoes. I don't need no Gucci. I don't need none of that stuff that you advertise on TV. All I need is more knowledge about you, what you're doing to me, so I can know how to fight you, so I can know how to defeat you, so I can know how to overcome you and become a nation. Because they fear our rise, they fear us becoming a nation. We are a nation within a nation, but they have done everything to commit genocide on us, but we have survived. And we're going to continue to survive. All y'all here. And young folks, let me share this with you. If you have to be celibate, be celibate. Keep yourself until you get married. Y'all ain't here. Now, AIDS is prevalent out there. And jumping in bed to bed, from fellow to fellow, from man to man, is detrimental to our survival. And the only way we're going to survive and go into the 21st century, you're going to have to abstain from sex. Put it plain. You're going to have to become celibate. Until this war is over, because they're using all type of biological weapons on us. They already infiltrated our food. They're getting ready to irradiate all our food now. They passed it in Congress that those food growers have the right to put our vegetables and fruits and meats and everything in radiation to kill bacteria and viruses. They got the license to do that. And if you eat radiated food, you're going to be full of radiation. And you're going to develop cancers and tumors and glaucoma and all kinds of diseases from the food you eat, because we allowed them to do that. Even if the law's been passed, we don't have to buy that food. But where are we going to get our food from? There are other avenues where you can get your food from that has not been irradiated, that has not been pesticides or herbicides, that has not been put with chemicals. There are places, and I can hook you up to them. Fruits and vegetables that grow organically with no pesticides, no chemicals whatsoever. I can hook you up. Because that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to grow our own garden or get some other people to get the food to us. Because these grocery stores, they're buying into the system. Every time you go in the store, they're going to have some food that's been irradiated. And they're going to suppose they put these little warning signs on there and stickers on there. You know them radiation signs? I think they have them on them fallout shelters, them little orange looking radiation signs. They're going to have that on the food package. This food has been irradiated. And it's up to you whether you want to buy it or not. If you buy it, eat it. See, it's only on Sunday when I get all y'all together like this to tell y'all that. I don't see some of y'all doing a week. I'm going to share this information with you, whether you want to hear it or not. And if you ain't never heard it, you can say you heard it here first and word about the temple. Because I'm going to keep you abreast of what's going on. Hello, so you can survive this war. But young people, you're going to have to abstain, and you have to be celibate. But it's only for a while, because we're going to win this battle. We're going to win the war. Hello? We're going to have to stop being promiscuous, because you're going to be the future leaders, and you have to have your mind clear. You have to have your body healthy in order to be rulers of the land. So I'm urging you and encouraging you to do that which is right. Not so much as join a church or get your name on the church roll, but be a worker among your people and in your community and pass on this information, because information is power. Once you assimilate and use this information, it becomes more powerful. So the message today is the genocide nation. And guess who that nation is? Just like Pharaoh. Who did he kill? He killed the males, didn't he? He said, kill the males, but save the females. Because they feared that the children of Israel might grow and outgrow them and join to another nation that hated them and overcome them. And see, America feared that black folks will grow. Y'all ain't here. See, that's why they fear Farrakhan. See, he's looking up for nations outside America. And see, they don't like that. See, they don't want you dealing with Gaddafi. They don't want you dealing with Libya, because Libya is a liberation state. And they helped in the revolution. And not only that, Libya and Muammar Gaddafi helped South Africa during the apartheid. They found money over there, and they helped those people over there. All y'all see here, they helped the people in Grenada when America went over there and invaded Grenada. They helped the people in Panama when America went over there flexing her muscles and killed innocent men, women, and children in Panama. You thought it was some type of, threat against America. No, it wasn't no threat against America or no American people. It was a threat against Europeans and their well-being and their money. That's why they went over there and killing people, to set an example to the whole world. They're murderers. They're savage. And they don't care about you. Michael Jackson had found out the hard way. And he recorded a song. They don't care about us. But he still ain't there. He's marrying these white girls and having babies with white girls. He's going to come out Hebrews. Y'all ain't here. One of these days he will wake up. See, it's the ones with money, the mega bucks, it's the ones they try to lull to sleep. See, he got money, so much money, that he ain't going to spend it in several lifetimes. And see, they try to keep them in the dark about certain things. Oh, but no more. Because we coming out. Isn't God good? How many enjoyed the word today? Give Lord another good day. Get your hands up. I'll watch it up. Y'all know I do. You know it. You see it.